Hello guys, in this video we are gonna talk about clean architecture. We are gonna learn how to develop clean architecture in .NET Core. First of all, let's take a look at image and how does it work. Clean architecture creates separation of concern. So it goes abstraction from outside to the inner side. It goes like this. High-level modules are not depend on low-level modules. These connects with abstraction. So what do we have here in these layers? Application here, it's consists of application logic. It has some CQRS folders and classes. Domain layer, it consists of domain entities and interfaces. Infrastructure layer consists of external services, database operations, entity framework, core, DB context, and generic repository. And presentation layer consists of web API or MVC project, front-end project. Let's go create our project in Visual Studio 2022. First, we create a new project. Here we choose blank solution. We name it. In our solution, we create folders. We are gonna have test project, and our all projects will be inside source folder. Let's create our first project. Let's create ASP.NET Core Web API project. Next, we create our other project class library will, and let's create our domain project. And let's create our application project. It's gonna be class library. And let's create our infrastructure. It's gonna be class library again. In our domain project, there will be entities folder. In our entities folder, we're gonna have entities. For example, product entity. Our product entity will have ID, name, and price properties. Let's create interfaces. Our domain project will have an interfaces folder, and our interface is gonna have iRepository. It's generic interface. It's for generic repository. Let's have two methods for demo purpose. Let's have getAll asynchronous and add asynchronous methods. Next, we go to application. We create DTOs folder. We are gonna create data transfer objects. We're gonna have product DTO here. Product DTO will be same as product entity. In our application project, we are gonna have CQRS architecture. So CQRS is a separation of read and write operations in a project. To make it we create features folder. We create query and commands for each entities. So our entity here, product entity, under the product folder we are gonna have queries. It's gonna be for list operations. The other one is commands. So in our queries, we are gonna have class GetAllProducts query. It's for transferring when you list. So our GetAllProducts query will be public. it's gonna inherit iRequest this one is iRequest is mediator pattern NuGet package. We need to inherit. We go to dependencies and manage NuGet packages. We install mediator NuGet package. Alright, we are done. Include this one. Okay. We are gonna have enumerable similar to list. Okay. Let's include product DTO. Include this one. We have empty GetAllProducts query object. Let's create the handler method, handler class to make the operations. Our handler methods is gonna use the iRequest handler here, gets the GetAllProduct query, use this one, product DTO. We use it for reaching repositories, GetAllAsynchronous methods. Include this one. Include this entity. It uses entity. So our handle method gets all the products. Alright, next we create commands. What are the commands? These are create, update and delete operations. We are gonna create operations, CreateProduct command. Our CreateProduct command object is gonna have the parameters that we insert. It's gonna inherit iRequests, alright, here you go. Let's include this one. And we are gonna create handler method. Our handler class and methods is gonna call the add method of iRepository. So it's gonna inherit iRequest handler like this. We give the CreateProduct command object an integer parameter. We use iRepository as a dependency injection method. Include this one, include product. So we add new record here. We call add asynchronous method. Next, let's go to infrastructure. Let's create persistence folder. In this folder, we are gonna create ApplicationDbContext. It's for database operations. We use Entity Framework Core. We inherit DB context. We use this one from Entity Framework Core. We install Entity Framework Core. So we create constructor and DB set. Here we only need products DB set. Let's include this one. Add reference. Alright. Next thing we need to do, we need to create repository, generic repository for CRUD operations. Our repository will be here in the infrastructure. We create repository class here. Our repository class will get generic type and it's gonna inherit iRepository. iRepository will be included from domain interfaces, and we're gonna include this one. This one is Entity Framework Core method. Let's add this one. So we're gonna have get method and add method. We can add other methods if we need it. Next, we go to presentation layer, web API. We come here, we add controller. We are gonna add product controller. In our product controller, we are gonna use iMediator. It's gonna be private. iMediator. So we need to install this one. We need constructor here, and we are gonna have get method. We create GetAllProducts query object. We get it from application layer, and we call mediator send method. And next we create post method. This is for adding new record. Okay, that's it. Now let's go to program file. This is for setup, dependency injection, registrations. So here we are gonna register ApplicationDbContext. We are gonna register ApplicationDbContext. We use here in memory database. This is the entity framework core feature. To understand in-memory database, we need to use NuGet package. We install here in-memory database NuGet package. We are gonna install this one. So you don't need to connect to SQL Server. You are gonna use memory database for CRUD operations and include this one. Here we just give the name. That's it. Next, we are gonna add mediator, and we are gonna add iRepository registration. Add this one. And next, add mediator. we are gonna use mediator like this. We are gonna create empty application marker class. Let's create it in application. This is for generic structure to understand all the mediator classes, to understand it. Let's include it. You don't need to add all the mediator using methods here. Alright, we are done. Let's run the project. Let's clean our project, build it again. Alright, fine. Let's run the project. Alright, it works. Let's try to add product. We add new product. And execute. Alright, it returns 200. Okay, it worked. And let's try to get our product here. It gets our product, as you see. Alright, that's it. So we implemented clean architecture with CQRS and mediator pattern with Entity Framework Core. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.